France shaped Europe, inspired revolutions, and changed the world. But how did it all begin? Let's uncover the complete history of France in just 10 minutes. Our story starts in ancient Gaul, a land of dense forests and rolling hills, home to Celtic tribes like the Gauls, Belgi, and Aquitani. For centuries, these fierce and artistic peoples lived in scattered settlements, their culture rich with oral traditions and intricate They were skilled farmers and formidable warriors, but their disunity made them a tempting target for a rising power to the south. That power was Rome. In 58 BC, Julius Caesar launched a campaign that would change Gaul forever. Over the next 8 years, his legions systematically conquered the region, culminating in the decisive siege of Alesia in 52 BC. The Gallic chieftain Vercingetorix was defeated. Gaul became a Roman province. For nearly 500 years, Roman influence reshaped the land. Cities like Lutetia, which we now call Paris, were founded. Aqueducts, arenas, and roads spread across the landscape, and Latin gradually merged with local dialects, laying the foundation for the French language. As the Roman Empire weakened in the 5th century, new groups swept in. The most dominant of these were the Franks, a Germanic tribe who gave the country its name. Their ambitious leader, Clovis I, united the Frankish tribes, converted to Christianity, and established the Merovingian dynasty, laying the groundwork for a unified kingdom. His legacy was expanded upon centuries later by one of history's most towering figures, Charlemagne, crowned emperor in 800 AD. His Carolingian empire stretched across much of Western Europe, a brief but brilliant revival of Roman glory. After his death, his empire was divided, and its western part, West Francia, evolved into the Kingdom of France. The medieval period was an age of stone castles, chivalrous knights, and feudal lords. The French monarchy, starting with Hugh Capet in 987, struggled to consolidate its power against powerful nobles. This era was defined by the Crusades, the construction of magnificent Gothic cathedrals like Notre Dame, and the devastating 100 Years' War against England. It was during this conflict that a young peasant girl, Joan of Arc, emerged, claiming divine guidance to lead the French army to victory before her tragic death. Her heroism became a powerful symbol of French national identity. Emerging from the Middle Ages, France entered the Renaissance. The monarchy grew stronger, centralizing its authority. This culminated in the reign of Louis XIV, the Sun King. His opulent palace of Versailles became the envy of Europe, a dazzling symbol of absolute monarchy and French cultural dominance. French art, fashion, and philosophy set the standard for the continent. Yet, beneath the glittering surface, deep social inequalities and economic troubles were festering. The vast majority of the population bore the burden of taxation, while the nobility and clergy lived in extravagant luxury. By the late 18th century, the pressure became unbearable, inspired by Enlightenment ideals of liberty, equality, and fraternity. The people of Paris stormed the Bastille prison on July 14, 1789, igniting the French Revolution. It was a chaotic, transformative, and violent period that swept away the old order. The monarchy was abolished. King Louis XVI and Queen Marie Antoinette were executed, and the Republic was declared. The revolution sent shockwaves across the world, challenging the very foundations of monarchical rule everywhere. Out of the turmoil of the revolution rose an ambitious and brilliant military general, Napoleon Bonaparte. Seizing power in a coup in 1799, he crowned himself emperor a few years later. For over a decade, his armies marched across Europe, redrawing the map of the continent. He implemented the Napoleonic Code, a legal system that influenced laws far beyond France's borders. But his ambition ultimately led to his downfall. A disastrous invasion of Russia and a final defeat at the Battle of Waterloo in 1815 ended his empire. But his legacy, both as a reformer and a conqueror, endured. The 19th and 20th centuries were a time of profound change for France. The Industrial Revolution brought factories and railways. While Paris was rebuilt into the beautiful city we know today, France built a vast colonial empire, second only to Britain's. But this era was also marked by devastating conflicts. France suffered immense losses in the brutal trench warfare of World War I. Just 2 decades later, it endured Nazi occupation during World War II, before being liberated by Allied forces, with the crucial help of the French resistance. In the aftermath of the wars, France played a leading role in the creation of what would become the European Union, seeking to ensure lasting peace and prosperity on the continent. Today, France stands as a modern republic, a global center for art, culture, fashion, and cuisine. Its influence is felt in international diplomacy, science, and technology. From ancient tribes to a modern global power, the story of France is still being written. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey through history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more.